Audi delivered 27,000 copies, worldwide, of the first-generation R8, a massive amount by supercar standards but still a pittance in the grand scheme of things, so seeing one is an instant mood lifter. Soon we'll have the again probably rare opportunity to see the new, second-gen version, which arrives stateside this spring. Too eager to wait until then, we strapped our test equipment to this Eurospec 2016 R8 V10 Plus, and the results ought to whet appetites for what's to come. The most notable difference between this Euro model and the DOHC spec car are the magnetorheological dampers, which we'd rate as beyond reproach after strafing our favorite 10 BEST car's backroads. Sadly, these shocks will not be available here on the V10 Plus. Also, the stunning 20-inch wheels fitted to our test car will be painted a shade of silver. Audi calls it titanium, not gloss black. And our cars will be fitted with HomeLink equipment but no fuel scrimping stop-start system. Certain features that are standard in Europe, variable effort steering and the exotic Bang & Olufsen sound system, for instance, will cost us extra. Finally, this car's laser high-beam auxiliary headlamps are not legal in the US and won't be offered here. Take 2 details. The second-generation car is slightly longer, wider, and lower with a more aggressive face and rump mixed with less dramatic side blades. A clutch pedal and a V8 engine option are casualties, replaced by a 5.2-liter V10, in 2 strengths, backed up by a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission with paddle shifting. Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system received a full overhaul with a new computer-controlled clutch program to deliver the right amount of torque to the front axle, in place of the previous passive viscous interaxle coupling. The front differential is open, as before, and the rear has a conventional limited slip. While the DOHC V10 is not a totally new design, it's invigorated with a higher compression ratio, 12.7:1, up from 12.5, a more efficient induction arrangement, and an injection system that squirts fuel into the combustion chamber and or into the fully machined intake ports. There's variable intake and exhaust timing for excellent drivability with low emissions and dry sump lubrication to support your most ambitious driving maneuvers. Audi is especially proud of the V10's throttle response, touting its ability to rev from idle to full load in a mere 0.66 seconds, 20% quicker than previously. Fierce acceleration. Actually, we're more impressed by the disappearing act that erupts when launch control is activated and the accelerator and shift paddles are pushed into action. The Plus edition of the 5.2-liter V10 packs a convincing 610 HP wallop with 413 lb-ft of torque on tap at an enthralling 6,500 RPM. The regular V10 is rated at 540 horsepower and 398 lb-ft. The Plus's combination of more than sufficient power, all-wheel traction, and launch control yields a 0 to 60 mph leap in 2.7 seconds, with 132 miles per hour available in the quarter mile after a brief 10.6 seconds. The run to 170 miles per hour takes only 21.1 seconds. For reference, a $1.7 million Bugatti Veyron is going just 20 miles per hour faster after 21 seconds of acceleration. Credit also is due to a curb weight lower by 25 pounds thanks to a new carbon fiber reinforced space frame, the R8's claimed 0.36 drag coefficient, and a rear wing that augments rear axle loading by 220 pounds. Boasting a claimed top end of 205 miles per hour, this is the fastest Audi ever sold for road use. Like every legitimate supercar, the R8 has a well-rounded performance portfolio. It corners at 1.01 grams with mild understeer at the grip limit and stops from 70 miles per hour in 151 feet with no hint of fade thanks to its massive carbon ceramic brakes and a static weight bias of 42.58% front/rear. In fact, it swings the G-needle over the 1.00 average mark in 0-60 acceleration, 70-0 braking, and skidpad cornering. And then there's the accurate steering feedback, unshakable stability at the hairy edges of adhesion, and confidence-inspiring control of wheel and body motion. Enthralling engine music. But the best part is the voice trained by audio engineers who know how to extract rousing entertainment from this 10-cylinder band. The unequal firing order resulting from the use of a 90-degree cylinder bank angle gives the soundtrack an edgy timbre that differs markedly from placid V8s and silky V12s. Never too loud or obstreperous, this engine has a beguiling howl that commences at around 3,500 RPM and holds resolutely to the 8,700 RPM fuel cut. Combine that with the soft chortle that follows every abrupt lift of the throttle, and you have an engine that knows how to maintain a captivating dialogue. The R8 can also claim illustrious roots. In the late 1930s, when Audi was but one of the 4 rings served by Porsche's first Stuttgart design office, Dr. Ferdinand Porsche and son Ferry imagined a mid-engine 2-seat coupe powered by a 4-cam V10. Their Type 114 concept didn't advance beyond detail drawings, but a scale model with a low nose and a narrow cabin was tested in a wind tunnel with favorable results. Audi's latest sports car is convincing proof that a brilliant idea can have a very long shelf life. Thank you for seeing our video. We are pleased to share an interesting thing to you. And we hope you like. If you want to get our latest video, please subscribe to our channel.